All right, welcome back. I am Zach. I am not trying to do multiple takes or edit these, so bear with me. We're gonna do a walkthrough of the truck. It's a F350 that my Scout sits on, and then some of the mods I've done to it. So this is the truck. It's a long bed Super Crew F350 four-wheel drive with the diesel. I had a 2004 that I loved, had dumped a ton of money into it, building it out, and I live in Seattle and it was stolen and totaled. So this is my new truck. It's a 2019. I bought it about 4 or 5 months ago with 19,000 miles. It has about 35,000 miles on it now. Drove all the way to New York to get it. Just these things are expensive. COVID, best deal in the country. Didn't want a truck built during COVID, so this is a 19, and I was very particular. I wanted an 8-foot bed to fit the Kenai well, wanted four-wheel drive, didn't want to spend a ton of money for a Lariat and all that, but I did want vinyl seats because I have dogs. So I got the XL and I lucked out. I'm super happy with it. I'll show you the inside. So it's kind of dog setup right now. So full rubber floors, which are sick. I have WeatherTechs as well, but the whole floor is rubber. Great for having dogs. Pretty basic dash, which is fine with me. I have a little mag mount for my phone. I had another one here for my tablet, so that's what I use for mapping. I kind of have both running, so one can have Google, one can have on OffX. Well, it looks like one of the dogs scratched that. Okay. Another cool thing, the XL has the upfitter package, so I have all of these switches for my lights. So I have fogs, ditch, then 2 for my Baja LP9s, zombie lights. That means there's nothing there. That's saved for later. And then chase lights, so that's also a reverse light. So if somebody's tailgating me, I'll give them one of those. Or if somebody's driving with their high beams, I'll flick them with that. But yeah, you can see vinyl seats, which is great. I don't need all the fanciness. Stereo gets loud enough for me. So Super Duty. And one of the reasons and then here's a bit of the backup camera that I have on the back of the Scout. And then I didn't want a Super Crew because it's already 8-foot truck. It's already long. I have this carrier on the back, the rigged carrier on the back. And I don't have kids, but like there's still plenty of room back here. You can see that's a lot of room. Only things I've really done to the inside are, wired up those switches. We got a 30% tint on the windows, got the WeatherTechs, and then I added this plate of aluminum to the brackets for the seats so that I could have all this storage back here. So I have radar detector, some window cleaning wipes, torque wrench. I got a machete back there. I have a fire extinguisher and a hatchet. And then I have my medic kit. I need to find a place to mount that better. And then carry the vacuum with me for the dogs. It's messy because we literally got back from 10 days, 3,500 miles to New Mexico and back from Seattle. Long but fun trip. So that's kind of the quick inside of it. On the exterior, so we have 37 BFG KM3s. Those are snow rated. That was a big thing for me. Then the Icon, what are those called? The Icon Alloy Rebound HDs. And then I have a BDS 2.5 or 2-inch lift with the radius arms and upgraded Fox shocks. That is all I needed. The truck is already tall. I don't want a super high center of gravity. Girls and my mom can barely get in as is. I struggle after a long bike ride, so didn't need it to be lifted huge. I just want 2 inches to fit the 37s, get the right look. I think it fills the fender wells nicely. Because it's the XL, it comes with just these kind of gnarly halogen lights. So these are more Morimoto XD lights, I think. So you can kind of see they got the cool look like the Limited would have. And then we have the LP9s from Baja Designs. I love that they have the running lights that kind of matches the amber in the mirrors and the truck. Then I have some Squadron Pro fog lights with the amber. I just kind of made this little aluminum bracket for those. So that was kind of my temporary setup to get the lights on. And then I have some XL80s for my ditch lights. They're huge, but they work well. You can kind of see a bit more of the suspension here in the sun. You see a couple stickers. My Vizsla's can't come, I'm not going. I trip over my wiener. These are both factual. I have a Vizsla. I have a wiener mutt dash hound kind of mix I got from Mexico a while ago. And then a couple other little stickers that, you know, want to have a little fun with it. And then you go to the back of the truck. So the BDS lift comes with block lifts in the rear for the 2-inch kit. I did not want to be running blocks. And so what I did was got a progressive rear spring from Deaver. You basically take out one of the factory leaves, put this in. It gives the truck a lift so that it runs level with that BDS front, but when the camper isn't on, the truck rides great. If you have an F350, you know these things feel good with 2,000 pounds in the back, and they bounce around without it. And so that spring change meant I didn't need to have the blocks from the BDS lift. I still had a lift, fit the 37s, has the level look, and it just rides way better. That does mean it sags more underweight, and so I did add these Firestone Ride Right airbags. We did the cradles, as you can see, so I can get full travel. So it's not tied to the axle down below, it's just on the frame. And so that allows full articulation. And then some other things, I made this little Sapale deck. You know, this is my back porch. I want it to be a nice place, so I made that. It's got a little aluminum frame that attaches to the tailgate. And then I have the torque lift steps attached to that as well. And then I have the rigged supply carrier. I got a little recovery point from Mule Off-Road. They're local. Got the Warren Shackle bulletproof hitch lock, so it's the same lock for both spots. Makes things easier. I already have a million keys. There you'll see my little Baja S2 Sports. Those actually do work pretty well. People see them when I flash them. I get a way better backing up view when I do back up. And then I welded this little aluminum rack add-on that bolts to the rigged carrier on these mountain points. And so that allows me to carry roto packs, my shovel, my max tracks, and then I also put this little shelf here. So, you know, I used to have like a cooler. I'd put firewood there, and now I use it. I have this Pelican case mounted to it, and I keep some of my recovery gear, ratchet straps and stuff like that in there. But yeah, that is a quick truck thing, walk around. I guess the only other thing, we did a Banks catback exhaust. It makes absolutely no difference in the way the truck sounds, which is a bit of a bummer, but you live and you learn. So yeah, that is the quick walkthrough of the truck. Peace. Oh, stay tuned, subscribe, because the next video is tearing apart this camper. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. This thing is gonna look way different. Peace.